Put your book on the ground. Let's just take a couple shoulder rolls. Make them a little bigger, get those elbows going, get that body moving as if you're kind of rolling through a cat and opening into a cow. You can even bend your knees with it as you roll forward. Big extension through the arms. Last two. And last one. Relax that down. Shake that out a little bit. Let's move to one side of your book. And all you're going to do is step up and down. And then you're going to start just picking up that pace a little, pumping those arms. Two more here. Step over to the other side, right? Same thing. You're going to step up and down. And then as you're ready, you add those arms and you pick up that pace. Good. Then you're going to step to the back, slightly to the back, other leg again. This time you're going to step up this way, just tapping that back leg. And then we'll switch legs. Last two. And we're going back to the side. All right, we're going to start step up, tap, step up, tap. Two more. And then stay up on here. And then you're going to go down and out, up and down. But we're going to speed this up, double time it. Pump those arms. Good. Now keep that going, but you're going to turn it into a knee lift. Then you're going to turn that into a hamstring curl and squeeze those arms back. Then you're going to turn that into a big leg extension, arms up, but fast. All right, back to that tap, double time. Back to that knee lift, double time. Back to that hamstring curl. Extend. Tap for two. Knee for two. Hamstring two. Extend two. One of each. Tap, knee, hamstring, extend. Woo, step it down. Other side. I probably went through that kind of rapidly. Just start with that step up. And then as you're ready, you're going to double time that. Step, tapping up. We're going to turn that into that knee lift with those arms pumping. We're going to turn that into a hamstring curl, squeeze back. We're going to turn that into extension. Back to that tap, 4. Knee lift, 4. Hamstring, 4. Extend, 4. 2s, tap, knee, curl, extend. One of each, tap, knee, curl, extend, bring it down. Woo! Step touch. Hopefully your heart rate came up a little bit doing that. Just step touch. And then slow that down. Give me a nice swing. 4, 3, 2, step it out, hands on your thighs. Bring it down, shoulders out of your ears. Let's roll that tailbone under and then extend it out. Roll it under, extend it out. Drop your left shoulder and look over the right. And then reverse that right shoulder and look over your left. Good. Back through center, first side. And back through center. All right. You're going to bring that book down. We're going to head into some push-ups. So you're gonna put your toes up on that book for a little extra challenge. Walk it out, wide hands, so regular push-up for now. Do your best, keep good form, ribs pulled in, tailbone tucked under, head is long, neck is in line with the spine, head is in line with the spine. Two more. Beautiful. Step off your butt, walk it back, hang upside down for a moment, shake your head, nod yes, shake no, bend your knees, hands on your thighs, round it under, extend it out. One more time, tuck it under, extend it out, pull your abs in, lift up, shake that out. Next round, your hands are going to be right underneath you for that Pilates style push-up, right? Where your elbows graze your rib cage. So as you're ready, come down, toes up on that book, hands right underneath you this time, elbows backwards. Beautiful, listen up. Press back, get a nice stretch here. Roll it up through cat, open it up cow, roll it back cat, open up cow. You're gonna flip, so you're gonna sit on that book now. We're going to hold on to your left leg, pull your glutes out from under you so you can sit nice and tall. Bring that right leg pretty much in straight in front of you, right? I'm being nice, believe it or not. Point the toes, flex through the heel, really pull those toes back, point and flex. Leave that foot flex and lift it off the ground. Notice if you rolled away from your left leg, try and sit tall. Toes way up in the air, point, flex, point, flex. Good, leave the toes pointed, lift. Leave the foot flex, lift. Good, leave the toes pointed, bend and stretch. Flex through the heel, press. Scoot, so your right glute drops off the edge of the book. Tuck that leg behind you, let your hip drop down, and then lengthen over. So if you hike that hip, you'll kind of avoid some of the stretch, drop the hip, and then arm sweeps, and then close it, and bring yourself on up. You're gonna sit nice and tall. You're gonna bring that right leg in, pull your glutes out from under you, flex through that left heel. From the ground here, you're gonna point and flex. Good, point the toes, flex the heel, lift it off the ground, point, flex here. Ooh. Good, keep the toe pointed, lift, lift. Flex through the heel and lift. Good, point the toe, bend, stretch. Flex the heel, press, 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 press. Scoot over so the left glute drops off the book. Tuck that knee behind you. Notice if your hip is high, let it drop, and then relax over. Beautiful. All right. On our way up, you're going to turn around. You're going to turn that book. So I don't know what size your book is, but you're going to see if you can get your hands on your book for one more set of Pilates type push-ups. But if that's too narrow, you can just be on each side of your book. And if you like having it under your toes for that extra challenge, you can do that, right? So one last set of those Pilates style push-ups for your triceps and your chest. And feet off, walk it back, hang over for a moment, and then bend those knees, hands on your thighs, shoulders out of your ears, lift it up, roll it under, and lift it up. All right, we're gonna use our book. And you might want to have your chair handy. I'm gonna try it without, since my chair is temporarily engaged. Step up on that book with your right leg. Left toes in front. You're gonna bend your right knee, slide those left toes forward and up, right? So this is all about the right leg bending and straightening. So it's not a poke with that other foot, right? We slide into it and lift up. You can do what you want with your arms. They can move during this. They can stay. You can do prayer position. Try and do this without putting any weight on that left leg. Just point that toe and then slide it back in. You should feel this fire now in that right quad and glute. Last two, last one. Let's go to the side. So the foot slides out. If your hip's twisting out, try and keep that controlled so the hip goes straight back for now. And again, very gentle on this left foot. You're not stepping onto it. So keep all your weight on the leg that's on the book. Try not to step off. So I should probably not see your hips doing that, right? From your view on your camera, from your hips up, nothing happening, right? So if your hips are here, that means you're stepping. So just gently, last two, last one. All right, now we're going to drive that leg straight as possible behind us. So reach, really bend to that right leg and come up. Stretch, reach, and come up. And reach. Good. And again, all the weight is on that right leg. Left leg is just reaching. Is your left leg perfectly straight? That's your goal. Last two. Ow, last one. Woo, I hope you guys got those. All right, now we switch over. Weight is on your left leg. Left leg is on the book, right? Right toes in the air. Left knee bends. Right toes stretch out and slide back. Stretch out and slide back. And again, weight is staying on that left leg, so you get that quad and that glute action. You're not stepping off, you're just reaching. And again, you guys can do what you want. You can make little circles with your arms if you wanted to work those shoulders a little bit. If that distracts you or messes up the legs, then don't do it because we're focusing on the legs right now. So up to you. You could make up a little lateral raise if you wanted, and squeeze. Two more. Nice. Now we go to the side. Again, if your hip is shifting away, you're kind of using, using that to help yourself. So try and drive that hip straight back, even while you reach to the right without putting weight on that right leg. Nice, bring it up. Ooh, are you guys sore here already? I am. Straighten that right leg. Weight is staying on your left leg. As you reach back. And again, with this position, you're probably able to lunge a little deeper on that left leg. No weight on that right leg. It stays nice and straight, as if you're trying to lengthen that leg and touch something that's several feet behind you. Good, last two. And last one. Ooh, come off of that. I'm gonna have you do a little bit of a hip, front of the hip stretch while I grab another chair. So just step back with either leg, tuck the hip, and then bend that knee for me, please. And do the other leg, of course. Okay. So let's grab the book in the back of your chair. Now this will be a little challenging depending on how slippery, how thick your book is. So if you need to adjust and not use the book, that's fine. What you're going to try to do is bring that book behind your right leg and hold it. And then bend your left knee, come into a flat back, not rounded, extend that tailbone, flex that right heel to the sky. Now, if your book or your pants are slippery, as is happening over here, then you're having to grip pretty tightly so that hamstring's in that nice isometric contraction the whole time. Make sure that left knee still stays bent. Good, let's take a little quick break in case your book is slipping. We're going to stand up. We're going to keep the book behind the right leg. Again, do your best to tuck it. We're going to go back into that hinge because that helped a little bit, gravity. Bring that heel as close to the booty as you can. And this is the true challenge. Mine wants to fall. If you have a cat in the room with you, hold on to your book so you don't disturb. Keep it going. Just a few more. Woo. And bring that up. Let's stretch out that right leg by bringing it across the left. Send that booty out. Press that knee open. And then tuck and round under. And we're going to send it out again. Tuck and round, come up, cross the right over the left. And then go to the left. Nice. Come on back up again. We're going to switch legs. I'm switching sides so that left one will be the front. So again, you want to bring that foot behind your left leg. Get the heel close to the hip. Bend your right knee. Flex through that heel and lift. And again, do your best to have a nice flat back. Shoulders out of your ears. Right knee bend. Bring that up. Take a quick second. Reformat if you need to. Squeeze it. This is the one again where that book is going to go to the side. So hanging on to the edge of it if you need to. Right knee is bent. Left leg opens to the side. Two more. Woo. Bring that up. Cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Booty goes back, tailbone long. Round it under. Extend it out again. Round it under. Left crosses right. And we rotate to the right side. Very nice. All right. Turn your chair for one set of dips. And you're just going to leave the book in the chair for now. You can sit right on top of all of that for now. And then hands are on the outside edges of your chair. Walk your feet forward, shoulders out of your ears, so notice if they're hiked up. Then use your arms, not your hips, to lift, right? So you're just off that chair and pull yourself just in front of the chair so that you can bend and straighten the arms. If you feel like you're using your hip like this, start to walk the feet away, but push the hips back, right? So feet forward, but hips back. And let's sit up for a moment. Shake out your right hand. Let's pull back on that wrist for a moment. Flip it the other way, long fingers. And then make a light fist, drop it down and pull back. Flip your palm, long fingers, and pull back that way. Then take that right arm down the right side of your body, give it a little stretch. And then to center, and then to the left side. Right hand forward, pull back. Flip it up. Make a gentle fist, pull back. And then flip it the other way. Nice, shake that out. And you can come off the chair. Grab your book, please. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit for the posture muscles while we work just a little bit of hamstring again. So, schoolgirl, all right. Book is in your right hand. Left leg is straight. That's all we're going to do to start with, right? We're going to go into that jumping bird position that we've done many times before. Left leg is as straight as you can get it, but if that's uncomfortable, have a gentle bend in that knee. Adding on, you just open that book to the side. You might have to adjust how you hold the book. Or even like that. Elbow leads the way. There's a gentle bend in the arm, but you're using those rear deltoid muscles. They're the ones that, usually are a little weaker. And that should throw your balance off just enough that your stabilizing muscles, your obliques, outer hip, they have to work a little bit. Two more. Last time, hold that arm up, give me a little lift, elbow lift. At the same time, bend and straighten that left leg. And bring that up. We'll stretch in a moment. Move that book to your opposite hand. Right leg is going to be straight. You're going to start with that jumping bird. And then when you're ready, you're going to add that deltoid raise, that rear deltoid lift. Arm lateral off to the side. Right leg stays fairly straight. Torso is long. Couple more here. Good, stay here, bend that elbow a little bit, press to the sky, press to the sky. At the same time, bend and straighten the right leg. And relax. Ooh. All right, left leg crosses over right. We go to the right, keep the legs how they are, head over to the left. Good, uncross, now go right over left. We're going to go to the left, right first, and then to the left, and back through center. We're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, flex the heel, and scoop the hips back. Hamstring stretch, toes go down. If you tucked under, you're avoiding that stretch, so really extend that tailbone. And then roll those toes up and lift it up. Bend that leg off to the side, same thing. Flex through the heel, sit your booty back, bend that opposite knee, toes down, and toes up. And bring it up. Other side, bend the left knee. Right leg goes out in front with the heel, toe raised, hinge. Good. Make sure that booty is extended, toes go down, and up. And then we'll lift it up. Bring the foot off to the side slightly. Bend a little deeper maybe, roll those toes down and toes up. Very nice. All right, last thing we'll do from this standing position, just a little bit of bicep work. So you're literally serving your platter, right? You're holding your dictionary or your book in your palms. You're gonna bend your knees, right? Shoulders out of your ears. Option to be up on your toes, but if balance is an issue, keep your heels down for now. We're just gonna start like that, up and down. Keep those legs squeezed together. When you're ready, here you go. And it's almost like you're genuflecting and giving the queen her crown. Oh, wouldn't that be appropriate considering tomorrow? Or if you're thinking of Sunday, it's the United States, here you go. Nope, we take it back. Good, 4 more like this. Last 2. Last one, stay down, knees are bent. And again, you want to, you could even do a little heel raise here. We're gonna straighten the arms. Straighten, straighten, straighten. So it's not about bending, it's about straightening. Straighten. Less bend, okay? More left, straighten, straighten. Let's go a little faster, straight, 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 straight. Make sure you're not going bend, 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 because that's nowheresville. It's not as important. Straight, 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 straight. Keep going. And relax. Woo. Okay. Let's head on to the ground. You're going to bring your book with you. You will not need your chair. All right. As you head on down to the ground, you're going to bring your book with you. All right, we're going to put that book on the left palm. Knees are bent. Take those right hands, put them on your whole rib cage. Deep breath in. Exhale. Pull your ribs down towards your hips without giving me a big tuck in your hips. Left arm reaches over your head as if your knuckles are going to touch the ground. You should feel your tricep engaged and some chest muscles. Notice if those ribs popped up, pull them down. Lift that arm till it's just straight above your shoulder without dropping your butt. Nod your head yes, so you're not chin tipped, please. By the way, if you notice that your chin tips up a lot often, you can always take a little bit of a roll with your mat. Roll it a couple times so that it lifts the top of your skull, top backside of your head, to give you that tuck. All right. This time, go up and over, bend your elbow, straighten your elbow, and lift back up. So we go overhead, bend, straighten, and lift. Overhead, bend, straighten, lift. Overhead, bend, straighten, lift. Overhead, bend, straighten, lift. Up and over, bend, straighten, lift. Up and over, bend, straighten, lift. 2 more. Last time, up and over, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten again. Now this time, it's about the straightening again. Straight, 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 straight. 8, 7, 6, Omaha, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And that should have been a nice little triceps work, so you can stretch those out. You can tap to the shoulders, either or opposite, overhead, and then just take a little break. And bring that book into your right hand, palm up, hands on your ribs. Pull the ribs down by not necessarily tucking your hips, but by pulling the ribs down, arm up overhead and lift it above you. So reach up and come above it. Up and over and above. Good. And now we're going to leave the arms over your head. We're going to bend and straight, straight, straight. Work those triceps. Now we go up and over, bend, straighten, and lift. Up and over, bend, straighten, and lift. Up and over, bend, straighten, lift. Up and over, bend, straighten, lift. Up and over, bend, straighten, lift. Two more. Very nice. Take a moment. Feel free to stretch things out however you want to for a moment. And then we're going to bring our knees in, and we're going to put the book behind the hamstrings for just a quick second. Use the book to pull the legs even closer and get a little rock side to side, loosening up that low back. Maybe draw some circles here. And then we're going to bring the book to the front of the shins and do that same thing. Press down and in, feel that stretch, and then begin some rotation. Nice. All right. Feet on the ground, book between your knees. So as soon as you engage those inner thighs, two things should happen. One, you should notice some firming up in your transverse abdominals, those low abdominals. And two, if you lifted your legs up in tabletop, there should be less pressure on the hip flexors, more on those inner thighs. So keep that in mind if you ever have a tough hip flexor day. We're just going to start simply with that neck and shoulders off the ground, reach the arms overhead, and then come down. Deep breath in, exhale, squeeze your book. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down, inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Again, exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Two more times like that. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Last time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Grab your book. Option, palms are underneath the book. Right? Arms go overhead, then they come up as you come up, and then they reach overhead again and exhale down. They can stay just right over top of you, sorry. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Just one more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Stay here. Gently stack your legs in tabletop position. Extend those legs long, double leg stretch. On the exhale, bring your hands towards your knees, not all the way. Inhale, reach, and stack. Now, if your neck is bothering you, because when we have a weight and we bring it over our head, often our trapezius wants to help out. Look at this. You have a beautiful neck support. Notice I'm not turning into a turtle here, right? I'm holding my head up using the book. I might even give myself a little chin nod, right? So the back of the neck gets a nice stretch. If you, depending on the size of your book, you can actually put it in a place where it's supporting your head as well as your upper shoulder area. All right, take a little break. Bring that book back between your knees and stack up. So this will be a little more challenging. Abs in, toe touch. Toes go forward and we exhale back up. What's going on in your head? Do you need to give it a little nod? Yes. Keep that going. Last two. On the last one, I want you to hold the legs in the most challenging position. Pull your abs in, lengthen out through the neck, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now once again, that book is going to go first on your knees, then down to your shins, and then all the way down to your ankles. Bring your forehead towards your knees, bring your knees towards your forehead. Make the smallest little ball that you can and start rolling like a ball. Pausing at the top, exhaling to roll. Do a couple more for me here, please. Nice. And then come up. You're going to lift up onto that book for a second. Walk your glutes out from under you so you're sitting really tall. Bend your knees, flex your toes back towards you, and give me a really gentle hinge forward. And then you can walk your hands to your ankles or your shins or your toes and pull them back. Sitting really tall here. And then we'll come on up. We're going to slide off that book now. All right. We're going to keep our knees bent, sitting really tall. So make sure you're not rounded. Sit as tall as you can, but hinge back slightly. Put the book in your front arm and open to me. Come back to center. Put the book in your back arm open to the back. That's all you're doing. Rotating on a slight angle, not so much of a hinge that you are tucking and rounding and grinding on those vertebrae. Look at your knees, see what's going on there, right? See if they're wobbling and popping in and out. And come back to center. Hopefully you guys felt those. We're gonna roll over onto our side and put the book on the top leg. You're gonna bend your knees. And we're gonna lie down. Make sure you're not forward. Take your arm, lift your whole torso so it's in line with your hips. Stack your knees, put your hand on top of the book, or just a couple fingers to keep that weight there. Lift that whole leg as a unit, not ankle first, not knee first, just as a unit. Keep your waistline off the ground, please. Good. Now put your heels together and press the legs open a little more and a little more. So now more of a pivot like our clam exercise. Good. Now I want you to put your knee in front of the other knee and rotate that book slightly towards the back, towards your hamstring. And now you're gonna lift and lift and lift. I'm leading with the heel, right? You should feel this more in that outer hip. Beautiful. Straighten both legs. So when you look down, you shouldn't be able to see those toes. Again, hands on that top leg. You're gonna lift that leg up and bring it slightly in front and then slightly behind without wobbling too much. So you don't have to make this a big range of motion, and you're certainly not using momentum kicking. You're just being gentle, forward and back. Nice work, everyone. Good. Bring the legs so they're stacked up. Lift the top leg, bring it slightly behind you, lift it up, bring it slightly in front. You are making a circle. Now, if you want to get aggressive, feel free, but don't do it so much that your upper body goes wobble, wobble, wobble. Right? Keep it nice and controlled. Reverse your direction so it's a nice rond de jambe movement here. And relax. Ouch. Bend that knee, get some LOVE love. Listen up. Keep that knee bent and roll over onto your tummy. Same knee bent. Try and get it at a right angle. Same hand is at a right angle, and you're looking to that side. Little half froggy stretch here. If you want to feel it a little more, lift up that leg so that the hip can drop a little closer to the ground. And then gently press your upper body up just a little bit, not so much you feel low back issues. And then spin that over onto your side. And we get to do the other side, outer hip work. So we start lengthened out, waistline off the ground, knee stacked, hip stacked, arm under your ear. Everything moves as a unit as you lift. Flex through that heel so you're being cautious of that knee, please. Good, and now heels together, pivot open, and a little more. So you're not gonna close all the way because that would probably take the tension completely off. Just press open. Nice, and then we're gonna bring that knee down in front. We're gonna slide that book so it's slightly behind, and we lift, and now we are leading with that foot first. So knee follows the foot. And relax. We're going to straighten those legs out completely. Lift that top leg, and we'll simply start with some forward and back. You can be pointed or flexed. And then finally, we go to the back, we lift up, and we come forward, and we start that rond de jambe. Now, if I bent my bottom knee, it would stabilize more. So if that's what you need, that's great. But if you want more challenge, lift that bottom knee off the ground. The leg is still down, right? My toes are, or my heel is still, the foot is still on the ground, but I'm not flopping that knee down. And by the way, reverse your direction. I meant to say that. I did it. Ah, all right. Bend that knee. Let it drop in front of you. Give it a little love, and then pivot over onto that side and give me that half frog on that side. And again, you can scoot that leg out a little bit for a little flatter stretch. And then finally, just press yourself up a wee bit, and then roll over onto those abs completely. And you're going to take that book out in front of you so that you can put your arms on it or hands on it. Bring your big toes to touch, toenails are on the ground. Engage by zipping up those legs together. Squeeze your glutes together. So if they're flopped out, squeeze it all together. Hopefully they're not flopped out. Press down on the book to lift up. And then think about that little space I've been talking about at the base of your cervical vertebra. Squeeze back there. So engagement of that area, but then nod the head yes, so you're not cranking on that neck and shortening it. We're lengthening. And then relax down. Deep breath in, heels together, press down with the kneecaps, legs stay down, slide back, engage that space, that unfortunate area that sometimes can get rounded as we get older. Press down, slide, lift, hold. One more time, press down, slide, lift, hold, slide the elbows back enough that you can come up into more of a Sphinx pose, shoulders out of your ears, nod your head yes, back of the neck is long. Good, as you're ready, tuck your toes or bend your knees to come up into a plank, front plank, hands on the outsides of the books. Look, look. And bring it down. No, I did not freeze. It just felt like it. All right, we get to stretch now. We love you, Nutmeg. Everyone loves you. All right. Hug those knees in for a moment, please. Still rock side to side. And you're going to put the left foot on the ground and bring that book behind the right leg. And we're going to draw some big circles, mostly using the arms to do this. And then reverse. Let the leg move to the right, left leg opens to the right. And then finally, hug that right knee in. You can leave the book where it is, or you can put it on the front of the shin, or you can grab the front of the shin. And let's straighten out that left leg if that's okay with you. And then rock the knee a little closer, and then press it away. And rock it in a little closer, feel that tailbone curl up, and then press it away. We're gonna do that one more time. Rock it in, press it away, and then just the leg comes closer. So we're not rolling that tailbone up. And then as you're ready, you're gonna flip that book to give yourself a little extra help with that hamstring stretch, and finally straighten that leg. Flex through the heel, point the toe. Let's take some circles. Good. Bend that knee, let that book come behind it. Give it a tug again. And then rotate the book slightly to the outside as you bring the leg to the left. That should give it that IT band. And then you can move that book up to the outside of your leg, toe in, heel out. And then I'm going to put the book in the right hand as I let that right leg drop left. Nice big twist. As you come back through center, we'll thread that needle, drop the right knee open, bend that left knee. Now, you have a couple options. You can bring the book through that little gap, right? So you can hold the left hamstring, or you can put it on the inside of the right leg. You just decide which works better for you. And then we'll bend that left knee, cross the right leg all the way over, put that book on the left shin, and let's take some rocks side to side. And then again, the book will go on the right hand as the legs go left. Nice and easy back through center, feet on the ground, book behind the left hamstring. Draw some circles for me, please. Reverse your direction. Good. Let it flop to the left. Right leg open. And back through center. And then you pull that leg in a little closer. If you want to straighten out the right leg, feel free. And let that tailbone go down. And again, you can do this however you want to, with the book behind the hamstring or in front of the shin. Some combination of I'm holding the book and using my hand. And then finally pull that in, tailbone rolls up, and then press the tailbone down, and then pull the knee closer without rolling the tailbone up. And then use that book to help lift that leg into a flex, and then hamstring stretch. And again, we'll flex and point, and rotate. Beautiful. Bend it, hug that book, and then slip it to the outside of the hip while you bring that leg slightly across. Keep the weight of that book on the outside of that leg for a deeper IT band stretch. And then finally into your left hand as the leg drops to the right. Back through center. We drop into that passive figure four. This is where you can choose to put that book on the inside of the left thigh as you want. As you come up and do a figure, or excuse me, a thread the needle. Pressing out or swooping it through, thread the needle, hugging it in. Your choice. And then finally, we cross the legs all the way. Book goes on top of the right shin and we'll rock side to side. And then book in your left hand, arms into that T, and we drop right. And then nice and easy back through center. You can leave your book, take a little moment. You're going to make your way onto your hands and knees, however you want to do that, please. All right. So let's roll through some undulating cat-cows as our body comes forward and back. Nice. And then just slide yourself ready to walk those hands a little forward, lifting up, and then pressing into that down dog, walking those feet out, pedaling. And then wide stance, and we'll slide back, nod yes, and shake no. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, round and extend. Back of the neck is long. Big deep breath in. You have our curtsies. Gratitude.